Hi there, this is BB. I have to work tonight from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. and try to take a nap and it's not working. I feel like my face is swollen and it looks extremely large. I have my door open like there. I have my camera on it also. If for them to come in here, they would see. I just feel like I'm having these weird dreams of people like my body parts putting their hands and saying things, and it's like people are having a conversation with me while I'm sleeping. Like I told you guys before years ago, it's like they're questioning me in my sleep. Now, one of the people or two people I believe is involved in this or was involved in this is two people that I moved in with temporarily, and this was back in Oklahoma. The man told me he does that to his wife. He said she's sleeping and he's having a conversation with her. He sits there and he has a conversation with her. He told me that. I don't think he knows what's going on, and I know for sure that she is hearing this voice because I've traveled with her before. I lived there and we went to the store and I could hear her whispering under her breath, talking to someone. Come to find out, after I moved in with her, that she was living, the two of them were living right where I was living before when I left to go live in their house. Just like a month or so before they moved into this house. They were living right 2 houses away from me. You see how that sounds, right? They were living 2 houses away from me, and it was getting so bad there that I looked for a place and ended up moving into their house, and they were living 2 houses away from where I moved from. So if they're not a part of this, then they were fucked with as well. As well as that lady, my friend Crystal, who was bitch all day long. She's cussing them out. They're telling her they're coming through the wall, they're coming through the floor. There's 8 of them, and they're all along the wall. And she's finding other people's underwear in her home, and her underwear in people's homes, and all kinds of things. She also was missing her knife for a few days, and then she found it again. So it's just a lot of things, She definitely is seeing them. I don't know if she's seeing them, but she's hearing them. She also was the one who stepped into my home when I moved like 2 blocks away from her. And I was always having this pain in this one area. And she sat down and oh my God, she started cussing out. She couldn't take it. She had to leave. So I know it's not woo-woo. It's not magic. Somebody is sending waves when it's coming in waves, like waves, different parts of your body. They set things in the walls, or they set the weapons are set for they come. I don't know how thick. What's the height? Or the width, whatever they call it. But like here. I don't know how wide it is, but it hits you. It hits you. It hits you, and it just it hurts. That's the energy weapon. That's the energy weapon, I guess. Now it is interacting with something in your flesh, in your skin as well, because it feels like not only pain, it feels like it's burning. When they were mentioning, one of them was mentioning an air fryer 2 days ago, and my nose is burning. They have probably an air fryer somewhere, a couple of them, and they punch holes in them. The guy in the UK said that's what they do. They come and they punch holes in them, and they punch holes in your microwave. So every time you turn your stuff on, you're getting fried, basically. It's escaping into your environment. So be careful of that. They punch holes in your microwave. They've done a lot. A lot. I think they do something to the stove, because every time I turn the stove on, my teeth gets on edge, and it's just And my nose like jolt, 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 jolt all the time. Now I don't know if the stove is interfering with something else they have, and it's like a cross contamination, or it's just, but jolt, 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 jolt in my nose around here. One of the things I wanted to mention real quick before I'm gonna make shorter videos. So, back in 2020, when I talked to Zachary Kanaka, he was telling me that this guy next door was hiding in places. I don't know if it was him. I don't know if it was somebody else. I don't know what the setup was. But something he said made sense because it was a motel. They deal with motels. When they start attacking people and they chase people off, they chase them to a motel. You know why they do this? Because they can hide. They come in the rafters in between the floors and they mess with you, but they can come down in other rooms. Something he said was that they only have arrest warrants for certain rooms. They can't cover all the rooms in the motel. Something else was probably happening. He was probably listening to them. I'm not sure if he was hacking them. I'm not sure what he was doing. I think they set him up as well. I don't know what they were doing. I think this is what happened. Because he would have been a threat to them. They set him up. Because hacking is 8 to 10 years imprisonment in a maximum security prison. So they set him up. So I can't find him anymore. He just left me in the lurch because there's nothing he can do for me. He just probably figures I got him into it by making him, he was at a vulnerable moment and he needed some help, and everything was, I just asked him a question, he went overboard and ended up in a stew, basically. A pot of boiling shit. And this is what I believe happened, because I can see it now. Because when they come down, you don't know which one of these apartments they're going into. You don't know which one of these apartments they're going into. You don't know. So you can't have, the only way they would do this is if they have an all-out manhunt. Then they would be able to search the whole fucking building from top to bottom, including every crawl space, basement, and attic, and all in the sides. Because you don't know which apartment they're getting. They could be this floor or another floor. So I think that's what that came into play. That's what made sense, because I was questioning it. What the fuck does that mean? If you're looking for somebody who may have committed a murder, why can't you just go in and arrest them if you recognize them? That's why they have people on America's Most Wanted. They have America's Most Wanted. These people are bad people. Bad people. He's pushing me to say certain things because they're downloading your memories. You know what's going to happen? A lot of people who have committed crimes, he's going to help them to get away with it. Because he's a dingbat. But then again, he's not interested in that. He's one of the biggest perversions of justice that ever existed, maybe. So he doesn't care how many crimes they've committed. Because when they keep downloading shit, this is like an insurance they're taking out on each other. It's cross-contaminated. But, however, if you have committed a crime, I don't see how this should, even if they fucked you over, why should you get away with it? I don't think you should. But I believe this is one way of slowing everything down and killing a few people along the way. After all, they have to retire on a lot of cash. What's the use of gang stalking if you're not accumulating a lot of cash? There isn't any. What would be the point of it for year after year after year to do this to people? Pleasure is one thing. Money is a real need. Is a necessity. Pleasure is a preference. Money in this life is a necessity. So, but this came into play. I understand now what he mean. They don't have. They only had an arrest warrant for one room or certain rooms in that motel, not all of them. So if he went in another room, they didn't have arrest warrants for him. They could only search some of the rooms. So I don't know. One of these people also had 24, I believe. 24 times. They had 24 things on their records. 24. 24. So I don't know. And he's threatening me I'm going to have some on my record. Let him go right ahead and do it. At this point, it's all a boiling pot of shit. A boiling pot of shit. So he can sling shit all day long. Sit down and gang stalk and sling all fucking day long. Because he's good at slinging shit. He's a shit slinger. Shit sling. He slings shit all day long. That's all he good. He's great at that. This is what they're good at. They just sit down and they take pot shots to get you riled up 24 hours a day. And they gas you out. You can't sleep. You see my face? It looks like fucking leather. Hard like leather. I'm not working in the fucking sun. Where the fuck is this coming from? All over this like hard leather. Anyway, that's what I thought of. And it's like weekend. It's gonna be bad. I don't know. I'm trying to study for my exam, and it's like it's all the voices are starting. All the voices. It was a practice exam. I bought a package for $50. $50. It was a practice exam. And I barely got 71. They tell me I need to get 80. But I think 70 is a passing grade. So if that was the real thing, I would have passed. But it's just to get my courage. So, anyway, wish me good luck. And I just wish that I was having some fear. Because I was talking with someone, and the person was walking with me. And I don't know what was happening. But it's something to do with Napa Valley in California. I don't know. Petaluma, I believe, mostly. Because Petaluma has just one road in from the mainland. One road. It's in and out. Just 2 lanes. In and out. In and out. That's it. It's one long road to get in there. They don't like outsiders. So something to do with Petaluma. I don't know what it is.